Watching a superstar athlete perform at their peak is what sport is all about. As the pressure increases, the true greats rise to the occasion. This sums up the International Swimming League to perfection.
Wow, look at Dressel go! Only 4/100ths off the world record, folks.
Last night, Semifinal 2 turned into an epic showdown between two California powerhouses.
This, folks, is the team battle. Can Shepard hold on and get it for LA? No! Haas snatches it away for Cali.
Tonight, the quest for West Coast bragging rights continues. Can Iron and Toronto make a Day 2 charge? Who will join Energy Standard and London in the grand final? Let's find out. ISL 2020 is next.
What a battle we have to start it off. Renomi coming with Yo-Yo down in lane number 2. 2 wins for Team Iron. They currently find themselves third, just 2 points in front of Toronto. If they're going to surge today, they need Renomi to come up big.
Yeah, no question about it. You might as well do it in the first event because this is a big one, maybe the biggest event of the season for Iron. If Yo-Yo can get by Weitzel and Gastadello and get them on a roll, who knows what could happen.
Right, Beryl Gastadello, there she is. She's won this event 4 times. But what backup she has, because Abby Weitzel finished second to her last time in the pool deck. And how fast was it, Rowdy? She set an American record.
Yeah, what an amazing duo they have been for LA. And these 3 will go at it here. They're separated this season by about 0.2 of a second.
Renomi all the way down in lane number 2. She won the 50 freestyle yesterday.
And Weitzel will blast it out, no question about it. She 24-4 when she broke that American record of 51-2. So she will go out fast, probably bring her teammate Beryl Gastadello along right there with her. Yo-Yo comes back on the back half. She charges that last 25, but she is way behind right now. She is 7th at the 50.
Oh my goodness. Weitzel ahead of Gastadello. How big would this be for LA to go 1-2 to start it?
Gastadello, Weitzel turning right there together. The only one that really has a chance now is Michelle Coleman. Maybe Natalie Hines, but it sure looks like they're gonna go 1-2.
Look at Gastadello off the wall. She's gonna get the win, and it is big for LA. Another 1-2 finish.
Again, the speed wasn't there. 51-38. For Gastadello, 52 flat for Weitzel, but again, I talked about it to you before the broadcast, you know, you really can't hide from the fact that the clock is so much about our sport, but right now, tonight, and next weekend, it definitely will not be about the clock. It's all about those valuable points, and that's exactly the way they started. And I can guarantee you, Coach David Marsh, when they come in and talk to him after this race, he said, that's the way we need to start. 1, 2.
And with that 1-2 finish, they cut into Cali's lead by 6 points. The Condors, they're still on top by 21 points as we go back to an event that the Condors favored to win. As we bring out the man, Caleb Dressel leading the MVP battle. He's got 37 points in the season MVP total. Caleb Dressel, he's on top as well. 314 points he's scored so far this season. There he is on the left side. He's won this event 6 times. 2 wins yesterday, and how quick was he, Roddy, yesterday? He went 20-28, 4 100s off the world record.
Which means, that means he has a chance here in the 100-free world record. I really believe that. It's 44-94. Only 2 men have ever broken 45. He certainly has a shot at the American record. That's 45-22, which he broke in the ISL last season in Vegas. In the final, winning that 100 free. He's got a shot. He was, when he went 45-2, he was 21-6 going out. The world record split's 21-7. And he was 22-1 when he went 45-5. He was a half a second slower, but did he come charging home? 44-9 on the relay, by the way, yesterday. And nobody is better than Caleb Dressel the first 15 meters. It's sometimes tough to point out swimmers. It's not tough to point out Caleb Dressel. He's in the lead.
The only other swimmer in this field that has won this 100 freestyle is Blake Peroni's out in lane number 8, and he is currently 8th. Look at the turn, 21.8.
86. A little off his American record pace, but believe it or not, he's right on world record pace, a 10th over that. But Laveau from France came charging home, obviously, to go 44.9. Great turn, though.
Wow, Dressel flying off the wall. Look at the lead. He's got almost a full body length lead. He goes 45.20.
And that is a new American record.
And the Condors answer back with a 1-2 finish as Dressel gets a 12-point jackpot win.
What a great job for Russ getting second there. Cali turns the tables on LA. Back and forth they go, but here he is, the man, the legend. I don't think is he human? It's hard to tell from that angle. I know he's amphibious, that's for sure. He may be a mammal, but that's pure dolphin kick coming off the wall. And look at that, 21.8, 23.3 on the back end. He won it by a second against the best in the world.
Caleb Dressel already with 3 wins in the semifinal. An American record performance. He's got 49 of the Condors' 311 points. Tickets are getting punched today for the final. Who is going to move on? Energy Standard leading by 21 points at the end of day 1 of our first semifinal.
I cannot believe Manadou hasn't won the 100 freestyle.
Oh, wow, what a final 25. Manadou dominates, gets the win. Suzuka Hasegawa dominates the 200 butterfly. Chad Leclos gets it done.
But he did exactly what he needed to do.
How the win's gonna go to the world record holder, Toussaint.
Watch Michael Andrew in 7. I think he's due to have a good one.
Charging, can Michael Andrew hold him off? He this could be big for Hahi. She gets the win, 8 for 8. This is a veteran win for Atkinson, dominating. Ooh, I'm back, Atkinson says, back on top. Petey, you have to think that the man has a chance to break the world record right here.
Oh, here he comes!
Petey charging. Petey goes. Oh! He's done it!
That's a world record!
History. The Frog Kings, I am kings. Nobody tougher in this moment than Sarah Sjöström. Energy Standards, Sjöström, third time the Skins winner. What a day, a world record-breaking day for Petey, and he's the Skins winner. But the defending champion sees the day. Energy Standard, 4 straight wins. Katinka Hosu, the Iron Lady, backstage getting set for the 200 butterfly. Her team Iron at the moment, third with 182 points. She would love to get her third win of the season in the 200 butterfly. It's an interesting event, Rowdy, because you have Hosu, who's won this event 5 times in her ISL career, 2 times this year. Haley Flickener has won it 6 times, 3 times this season, but the third fastest all time is Kelsey Dahlia. Next to her lane number 4, Dahlia has never won this event, as you see her on the right side in her ISL career.
Hard to believe the 4th fastest swimmer in history in this event hasn't won it. She did go that 2:01.7 back in 2018. She's been solid this season. I think she can definitely get faster by next weekend, if and when Cali does make it there, which certainly is looking that way.
At the moment, they've got a 30-point advantage. Iron have got to make up almost 100 points on LA Current at the moment. 31 years old, 26 years old, and 2 of the top 3 ISL rated swimmers in this event getting set to battle.
I'm certainly going to pay a lot of homage to Katinka if and when she swims the 400 IM. She's scheduled to swim it at the end of the night, but you know, she's most likely not going to move to the finals, but she has brought so much to this sport. I'll talk about it a little bit later on, but right now it's Haley Flickener who has been that type of swimmer. I mentioned it yesterday. This is an event that I really think that she's got a chance to win the Olympic gold medal in here. I mean, she won the silver medal in 2019, had the top 2 times in 2019 heading into 2020. And nothing I've seen here this season tells me that she's getting slower. If anything, she's getting better and better.
Well, the only swimmer that has been faster is Suzuka Hasegawa, who set the ISL record at 2:03.1. But the good news for Flickener is at the moment, she's going to have this race, a couple of days rest, and at least 1 more 200 butterfly.
59.5 on the way out. That is about a half a second faster than when she went 2:04.1, her best time of the season. Her lifetime best was set last year at the ISL at 2:03.81. So I bet you that's in the back of her mind. Hey, let's get the win. Let's see how my teammate Dahlia's doing right now, doing really well. Let's see if I can get my best time. 32.2 on the third 50, and she's 31.9 right there. So she's way ahead of her pace. Good swimming going on right now with her.
And Gasson is really in a battle with Kelsey Dahlia, and that is big for points between these 2 teams battling. LA won the first 2 events, going first and second. Cali Condors counterback with the first and second, and they're battling for second place along with Emily Overholt, who's out there in lane number 8. The win goes to Flickener at 2:04.25, and LA and Gasson is going to get second, but it's another jackpot win, hauled in by Cali. That's really one of the biggest keys for them, Brady, is it's only a 1-point jackpot. We see the Condors hauling so many extra points.
Well, we'll see a lot less of those, right, as we go along here in these semis and finals. We won't see as many jackpots, obviously, but that's one reason, Bernie, and you're right, they've been so dominant along the way because they really jackpot these points on the lower tier teams. And when you have superstars like Dressel and King and now Flickener here in the 200 fly is a perfect example. She wins this race by 3 seconds. Great job by Gasson, no doubt about it. Getting in there just ahead of Dahlia. You see that yellow and blue cap going at it for second, but look how far ahead Haley Flickener is. Nice job for her just again off her best time.
Fourth win of the 200 butterfly, and she's got 26.5 points in this match. Second most for the Cali Condors. Down to the third member of our team, 5-time Olympian Mark Foster, who's with Haley Flickener.
Haley, another great swim.
Thank you.
Good time, pleased again?
No, but it's fine.
But you won, you got the points for the team.
Yeah, that's all that matters here.
The Cali Condors seem to be on a roll again.
Yes, I love it. Like I said yesterday, it's infectious. Once you see one, you want to do the same, so super happy.
Good job, well done.
Thank you.
So the first win of the day went to LA, a 1-2 finish for Gastadello and Weitzel. Cali's answered back with the next 2 wins. But if you're an LA Current fan, sit tight because you're favored here. But this one could be a battle, Rowdy. Tom Shields is going to be in lane number 5. Eddie Wong in lane number 4. Those are the only 2 swimmers rated in the top 10 in the ISL ratings. Tom Shields currently second, behind only Chad Leclos.
And they're ranked first and second this season. So, yeah, this is certainly shaping up to be a good one. And what a valuable rookie Eddie Wong has been for Cali. I mean, world junior record. He broke it twice. Broke it once earlier in the season and then broke it again in match 10 against Tom Shields. They went head-to-head before. 0.3 of a second separated them there. I don't see any difference in this race. It's going to be close all the way to the end. Shields trying to hold off Long that last 50.
Mo saw a completely different Tom Shields this season than a year ago. Shields last year was second twice, then went on to win the American Derby. Didn't even finish on the top 3 in Las Vegas in the 200 butterfly. Go forward an entire year, and Tom Shields is 4 for 4 in this event.
Well, the transformation that Tom Shields has had versus 18 months ago has just been so inspirational to so many people. If you want to look to somebody that maybe was in a bit of a down in the dumps, end of a career situation 2 years ago, you look at Tom Shields, and he has come back in a big way. And I think it started with winning Pan Am gold back in 2019, and there he is, 52.2. Boy, he is out quick. About a half a second faster than he has been, and Wong is out half a second faster. So Wong said, I'm going out right there with you. He's right there in the blue cap. Shields still in the lead. Boy, they are going out for it. Both of them a half a second faster at the 100.
The 49.05 Tom Shields went. That's his best time ever. But it was back in 2015, 1:20.26.
And the gap has closed a little bit. Now it's only 0.3 versus 0.4. And Wong has been much better than Shields on every single last 50 he has swum. Shields had the lead and had a great turn there. Look at Shields go now.
Oh no, Shields has kicked it into another gear. Shields is going to get the win. Oh, 149.02. Tom Shields, folks, getting it done 5 for 5. And that's a jackpot hauled in by LA now.
Fastest time he has ever gone in his life. Can you believe it? His best time was 5 years ago. Transformation. You never give up. Never, ever give up. You see that nice bent arm recovery, good, tight, low turns, great dolphin kick, and he's just got that soft entry. You can see him, watch him come off this last wall, Bernie. Look at that. That dude had a lot left coming home that last 25. Little tension in the back and shoulders. And this is where he's failed in the 200 fly before, that last 50. No failure there, but he's 28.7 on the way back. Best time he's ever had in an American record.
Fourth fastest time in history for Tom Shields of LA. What a moment, folks, for Tom Shields, who's now 5 for 5 in the 200 butterfly. Tom Shields getting it done, a record-breaking start to the second semifinal. We're just getting started, folks, here in Budapest.
This season for me has been incredible. I think we just all came out with a bang.
Smoliga getting the win.
That's the swim of the meat right here.
It's inspiring to be around people who have the same mindset as you, on the same page as you, and you kind of step up and rise to the occasion of that.
Olivia Smoliga, she is the skins winner.
We know the job that we have to do. I know the job that I would like to do, and with the incredible roster that we have, I think we can get the job done.
Boy, hello, Cali.
We've had our sights set on this from day one. We know exactly where we want to be. We want to be lifting up that trophy at the end, you know?
Well, I would say that we are off to a fantastic start here at the Duna Arena. 2 wins for LA, 2 wins for the Cali Condors, a couple of records broken. And we're just getting started, folks. 3-time Olympic champion Rowdy Gaines, Bernie Gunther back with you. 100 backstroke, our next event on the pool deck.
And we forgot to talk about, they were so caught up with Tom Shields, that world junior record by Eddie Wong. That was a sensational swim. First time he's ever been on the 150. Boy, the times are sailing along here.
And it started, if you didn't watch it over the weekend, with two world records set by the London Roar. Kiara Toussaint in the 50 backstroke. Adam Peaty in the 100 breaststroke. And now here's Olivia Smoliga going up against Kylie Moss. We talked to you about this. She is Moss on the right side. She's won this event 4 times. But the story for Toronto and the reason why they find themselves 4th is Kelsey Wog is their top performer. When Toronto has done well, their backstrokers have performed well, but they're going to need a huge effort to defeat Olivia Smoliga here.
Yeah, 26 years of age, Bernie, 6'2". She's got that long frame, and boy, she will have the touch. Always has during her career. Those long arms will get into the wall. You better be close to her with 5 meters left. Kylie Moss has been 56 flat. In fact, she almost broke the Canadian record of 56.02 earlier in the season.
Well, Smoliga, there she is on the left side. She's down in lane number 3. Kylie Moss out in lane number 8. Moss and Smoliga were teammates a year ago with the Cali Condors, so they know each other well. And Moss looks to turn first. She will by 5/100ths.
Boy, that is huge for Kylie Moss because she was out about what she's been, 27.2. Smoliga out much slower, but I've seen several times this season where Smoliga just smokes the last 25, but there goes Moss on the right.
This is a battle, folks. At the moment, it's Smoliga on top, and you can see this could be a jackpot 7th win for Olivia Smoliga, 55.99.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy with the time, but boy, she really needs to be just thrilled with the finish because she came home again. It tells you she's got a lot left in the bank. Once she gets a little bit more rest, she'll have the speed on the front end. And, you know, she's 27.2, but she's back at 28.7. And so is Moss. Moss 27.2, 28.8. And Moss almost broke her Canadian record, 56.09. Her record is 56.02. But you can see that rotation. She has great turns for somebody that's so tall, well-connected, gets that depth. And then, you know, the rotation is always built around a great pull. And, you know, she just finds that sweet spot right above and beyond her shoulders, and we said those long arms could be the difference. By 1/10 of a second, they were.
And the jackpot has been the difference here for the Cali Condors. They begin the day leading by 27 points. They're now up to a 37-point lead after Olivia Smoliga gets the win. Down to Mark.
Olivia, great victory. Close at the end, but a big jackpot.
Yes. It's always great to score points for Cali, get our hands to the wall first, so I'm happy with it.
You obviously couldn't see Kylie over the other side, but you knew it was going to be a tight one.
I knew it was going to be a tight one. I love racing Kylie. She was on Cali Condors, of course, last year, so I know what she's capable of, so it's a pleasure to race her.
Listen, good job again.
Thank you so much. Go Doors.
Yeah, and Olivia Smoliga racking in the points now. She has the second most with the Cali Condors. Dressel scored 49. Smoliga has scored 40 points. Again, the jackpot a big difference maker, particularly for the stroke specialist from a season ago. It's one of the reasons why I saw Lily King get an opportunity to be the match MVP in the first match of the season. 100 backstroke on the pool deck. And it's Ryan against Ryan. Again, Ryan Murphy, 2 wins. Shane Ryan out of lane number 8, and Cole Pratt is going to be between the 2 in lane number 7.
You had 3 guys go 49.9 yesterday. Murphy, Glinta, and Stewart all went 49.9 on their relays. So if you base it on 24 hours ago, this one could be tight. Murphy, Glinta, both out in 23.8.
Shane Ryan won match 6. Ryan Murphy and Dylan Carter, they were 1-2 in match number 10. Can they get another effort like that from Dylan Carter?
Yeah, Dylan Carter was sort of a surprise of the season, getting that second place behind Murphy. You can see right now those three swimmers, just like on the relay, they are all right there together. Stewart is 23.8, Ryan 23.7, Murphy's in 5th, 23.9.
Looks like Carter in the mix, going down the stretch. But now look at Coleman Stewart doing it at the end. Murphy giving it a go, but oh, Glinta somehow got his hand on the wall first. That is big for Iron, folks. Snatches away the win by 2/100ths of a second from Stewart.
Boy, what a battle we saw down the stretch. 17/100ths of a second separated those four swimmers. In fact, there was a tie for third between Bassetto and Murphy, and Coleman Stewart, I thought he had this. Watch when he comes off the wall. I mean, we were talking about Murphy and Carter to a big degree, but watch Murphy. He's still to the right, the yellow, and there's Stewart, three from the left. He thought, he's got this. And then somehow or another, Glinta gets by him at the end, but what a swim for Stewart. He goes his lifetime best, 49.66, but so did Glinta to grab the win. Nice job for all four of those guys. Nice heat, fast heat.
Iron, so much needed points, 14.5 points scored by Team Iron. They find themselves still 8 points behind Toronto. They'd love to finish this match second or third. Obviously, they'd love to be second, but they'll take it. This is an interesting battle here, Roddy, because Beta Nelson just recently got inserted into this race. She won it back in match number 8. You have Beryl Gastadello, who's won it. But Anastasia Gorbenko in lane number 6. She was a Youth Olympic champion for Israel in Buenos Aires. Israel 9 medals in the Olympic Games, never a medal in swimming, no world championship medals, and Gorbenko finds herself quite a young up-and-coming star, and she's going to go with Beryl Gastadello. We saw Gorbenko get the win in the 200 IM. There she is.
She has certainly been such an amazing addition to LA. She's got a battle here with Nelson and Gastadello. Gastadello did just get out of the fly, or the free rather. Again, that was about 30 minutes ago. The world record holder, Hosu, is in there, but don't expect much from her. 26.2, 26.3, 26.7. Those three, that's about what their splits were. The slowest was Beta Nelson. She actually came back faster than the other two. They're all right there together.
Yeah, a good sign for Gorbenko, because she's got one of the better breaststrokes in the field, touching first.
Yeah, Gorbenko's actually going to be in the skins a little bit later on in the breaststroke. And it is tight. Look at, is that Laukkanen over there? Yes.
Laukkanen known for her breaststroke skills, but Gastadello comes off the wall. Is it going to be 1-2 again for LA? Gastadello leading the charge. Another 1-2 finish for LA. Her second win in the 100 IM.
Look at those two just beaming with pride. 58.1 for Gorbenko, right on her best. Gastadello on a second swim goes 57.8. Turns are so critical. The transition from one stroke to another is just so difficult because they come so fast and furious, Bernie. And so that's where Beryl Gastadello is so good at. We're going to see that again with Dressel here in just a second. But watch Gastadello. Right next to her in that yellow cap is Gorbenko. 1-2. Again, Beta Nelson with a solid 58.6 to get third.
All she does is win, folks. Man, what a difference Gastadello makes for LA. Back down to Mark.
difference Beryl makes. You do make a difference. Another 1-2. Another 1-2 for the current.
Yeah, it's nice. Sorry.
It's hard, I know. Catch your breath.
Yeah, well, time-wise, I'm a bit disappointed, but it's okay, you know. Yesterday was a big day. It's hard when you go best time every time. At some point, the body, you know. So
gets a little tired. Your breaststroke you came through strong on.
Yeah, actually not bad. So I'm excited to see what I can do later on in breaststroke a little bit.
Look forward to seeing you in the skins then.
Yeah, probably. So I have to go or I'm done.
Good job, well done.
Thank you.
Guys, tell him going to warm down. And
Sorry, I gotta go, Mark.
And why not? All right, 100 IM. We already saw Caleb Dressel break the American record in the 100 freestyle. He's got 4 wins in this 100 IM. He hasn't swum this race since he was 12 years old back in Florida. By the way, Ryan Murphy, one of his idols growing up, has the Florida age group record at 12 years old when he swam at the Bull School. But Dressel finds himself on top, and potentially this is a race that he could be the world record holder in, Rowdy.
50.48, 22 100ths of a second off of Morozov, and he breaks that stranglehold that Morozov has had. 10 fastest times in history. He is now 7th fastest time in history, and a little long on that first turn right there, and those turns are just so critical. He's so good at them. All 4 strokes, he could swim the skins in any one of these strokes. Backstroke's his weakest. Good turn there, watch him, 22.7. He's ahead of world record pace, and he's ahead of American record pace. That was 22.9. Here's the key to this race, breaststroke. If he can get through this and nail that turn, and he did.
Oh, Dressel going already. An American record in the 100 freestyle. What is he gonna do here in the 100 IM? Let's check it out.
Yes!
49.88! World record performance for Dressel. The first ever under 50. Oh my goodness.
Definitely not human. Oh my goodness, he's right, Bernie. Look at those jackpot points. Did you see all the red on the screen? Good Lord. The fastest man in history. The best swimmer on the planet, bar none. And he's not done yet. Watch this. He's got so much speed and energy into the water. And the same thing goes for the wall. The speed and energy into the wall leads to that speed and energy out of the wall. And then the breaststroke was the key for him. If he could maintain that stroke and then nail this turn, which he did right there, Bernie. He was just perfect. Finished on a full stroke. Great dolphin kick, as he usually does. And watch him put his head down right there. Right there, 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 there. World record. First man under 50.
What a start for Caleb Dressel. American record in the 100 freestyle. And a world record, folks, in the 100 IM. He's glad it's back on the schedule for the first time since he was 12. Oh, Caleb Dressel taking Cali to a whole nother level. He's earned all 37 points. And a world record winning race for the Cali Condors, soaring to new heights. Well, Caleb Dressel with 37 points took the points from the entire field, and Cali now on top, 411 points. Back here at the Duna Arena, Olympic champion Allison Schmidt on the pool deck for this 200 free. Perez with a win, Schmidt with a win, and Rebecca Smith would love to get the win for the Toronto Titans. She's going to be out in lane number 8. Toronto has yet to win an event here in the second semifinal. 20 years of age, out of Toronto, Canada. Her sister Madeline swims for Alberta, but Olympic champion Alison Schmidt, she's going to be down in lane number 3. She won this event rowdy back in match 4.
And had a good 100 freestyle earlier, just to warm up for her. This is her kind of sweet spot, this 200. Good in the 400, good in the 100. And one of the greatest in the 200 freestyle.
Well, it's interesting because Smith, Schmidt, Perez, 4th, 5th, and 6th on the season, and not a whole lot separating those three, with Rebecca Smith with the fastest time out of the group.
And Rebecca Smith, when she went 152.9 earlier this season, Bernie, she almost broke the Canadian record, and that's held by Taylor Ruck, and that's a 4-year-old record. So I know that's probably in the back of her mind. This is her last chance to get that record. And again, we're not talking about clock. We're trying to get a win here for Toronto.
And by the way, Michaela Sargent is not swimming here in lane number 6, so that will be a 4-point deduction for LA Current. They're going to have to take a penalty for not having an athlete go to the blocks.
You see Smith far right, and when she went 52.9, she was out in 55.8. She is 54.9 on the way out. Here she comes in on the 150. She was 28.8 her third 50. 28.8. She's right on that record pace, and Perez is having a good one as well. There's Schmidt right in front of you, Bernie.
Rebecca Smith trying to get the first win for Toronto. Looks good out of lane number 8, but here comes Schmidt challenging her on the way home, trying to get another win for Cali. They're trading first for second, but it looks like Smith is going to hold on. No! Alison Schmidt gets the win.
What a charge by Alison Schmidt. And the biggest thing that will do for Alison Schmidt is next weekend. Just to say, you know what, I can swim with Freya Anderson. I can swim with Hemskirt. That's the big deal out of that. She gives the big thumbs up to Perez. It just, that, I think you said it in Atkinson's breaststroke the other day. That's a veteran swim. That's a veteran swim for Alison Schmidt. And Rebecca Smith was great. She was right on her best time, 152.9. Didn't quite get the record. Far right, and look at the charge that Schmidt makes at the end. 28.6 on the end, Smith 29.2. And that was a huge sign for her to say, I'm peaking right at the perfect time. I'm coming at you next week.
It looks like the Cali Condors peaking as well. Condors with 15 points, led by Schmidt, back down to the pool deck to mark.
That was a lovely victory. It was a great race.
Thank you.
Could you see what was going on the other side?
I couldn't see anyone. I knew I just had to come home strong. I knew it was going to be a close race, so I was just charging for that wall.
And it was your fastest swim of the season.
Thanks. Thank you.
It all seems to be coming right at the right time, ready for the final.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an exciting meet, and it's fun to be a part of a team. Cali Condors is an awesome environment to be a part of, so I'm excited for what's the next meet.
Good job, well done.
Thank you.
At the 15th win for the Cali Condors, another chance for Toronto here. They're gonna have Blake Peroni out in lane number 8. The ISL's second-rated swimmer in this event, but Townley Haas has won this event 3 times. Won gold at Pan Pacs in the 200 freestyle.
So all those ratings, a lot of top 10 ratings here in this field. This is a stacked field. Townley Haas It's the third seed with a 141.58 that he did back in match number 8. American record's 141 flat. That's a 10-year-old record by Ryan Lochte. And you don't think about the clock too much, but that certainly, I'm sure, plays in the back of maybe not his mind, but certainly a lot of the coaching staff have an idea that this guy could be the one to break it.
Well, Sheffer and Haas had quite a duel yesterday, didn't they, Rowdy, in the 400 freestyle?
It really was. That 400 freestyle was one of the best races we've had all season. And I'm talking 400 free separated by, what is it, half a second, if I think I remember right?
Yep.
And that was after 3.5 minutes. So, yeah, that's the kind of racing we're seeing so much here this ISL season. Just spectacular racing, and something I didn't have a lot of expectations coming in because of this layoff here that these athletes have had.
But again, it's, you look to your right, if you're Haas and you see the yellow cap and you know whatever it is, you want to finish in front of the yellow cap. Same thing for Sheffer. He looks to his right and he sees Tyler Haas and he wants to finish in front as well.
Yeah, Sheffer went his best time this season, 142.5, and that's a second behind Haas, and it looks like it's probably going to be just that. It looks like they may try to go 1-2 here.
Oh, Townley Haas getting it done. It is 1-2. Man, the Condors soaring after the world record. Everything going right for Cali, unbeaten on the season. Right back in the Duna Arena. Interesting 2 events here. 50 fly, Beryl Gastadello, perfect 8 for 8. Hinomi Kamui-Yo-Yo down in lane number 2. She's the fastest this season. She and her teammate, Melanie Hanique, could be a big event for them. But it's hard to count out Gastadello, who has never lost this event, but man, Rowdy, she has had a big day.
Really big day. When hasn't she had a big day? It's just continues right and left for Beryl Gastadello. And she and her teammate Alyssa Marsh have actually been 1-2 in this event, but don't forget Kromo. Ranomi Kromowidjojo is the second fastest all time in this event at 30 years of age. Does she have one left in her? She's been close to the world record, believe it or not. 24:59 to only 21 hundredths of a second off of that.
Look at her teammate, Hanique.
Yeah. Hanique has been so good, and she's flown under the radar of Ranomi because she's been 24.6. She has the second fastest time of the season.
Nobody is going to catch Hanique. This is going to be a big event for Iron. They go 1-2. Team Iron with a big finish there.
And how about Hanique? You know, we walk into this arena and we talk about Kromowidjojo in an event like this, and we should, for crying out loud. She's one of the greatest swimmers in history, an Olympic gold medalist. But here's Melanie Hanique flying under the radar, far left. And there they go, 1-2. Nice way to end this season for Melanie Hanique. And yes, Ranomi Kromowidjojo.
Confidence is key. And Team Iron hoping that the wins keep rolling here in the butterfly. Because folks, at 40 years old, Nicholas Santos about to face maybe one of the biggest challenges of the season, going up against Caleb Dressel when he was 38 years old. He set the world record, the oldest ever to set the world record, and he's got a chance, folks, to break the world record here at 40 years of age.
He was 38 years of age, 7 months and 22 days old. And now he's 40 years old, 9 months and 3 days. He was born February 14th, 1980. What a Valentine's Day gift this would be for Nicholas Santos. And it's not going to be easy. You think, well, why wouldn't it be easy? He's been 21.78. There's no Szabo. Yeah, there's a guy named Caleb Dressel in there. There's a guy named Tom Shields. But look at this man. If anybody's pulling for a world record here, I am. I really am. I would love to see this old guy get it. Nothing more I'd like to see than this guy break 21.75. Good start for the old man. 0.60. He was faster off the blocks than anybody else.
And he's first at the
long
turn.
turn, though. He's first at the turn, but boy, he finished on a full stroke, but a little long.
All right, Santos, 21.75 is the mark to beat. He goes, 21.80. But still for Santos at 40, age is only a number, he says. 5 100ths off the world record at 40 years old, Rowdy.
And lost in all of this. And you know, well, it should be. But you see Caleb Dressel right there giving him a run? That's his third American record of the day. I mean, we talk about Nicholas Santos, and we should. But what a day Caleb Dressel has had. 22.04, and yeah, they were so close. 21.85, 100th of a second. You have some guns on you, let me tell you. And such a good guy, right?
Yeah, great guy, Team Iron, getting it done in the fly. Folks who think she's having fun backstage, that is the Cali Condors, Lily King, still smiling, still having fun, still 8 for 8 in this 100 breaststroke. This is her signature event. Olympic champion in this event. She's got 8 wins. Ida Hucko, if she's on the right side, has 1 win. But it hasn't been easy the last 2 matches for Lily King.
No, it hasn't, and again, I keep telling myself, and I really believe this, that next weekend we'll see Lily King at her best, but next weekend it's coming pretty fast. It'd be nice to kind of have this as a signature win, but also a signature time to say, you know, I've got another 5 days, but I'm going to lead into this weekend with a good time, and Lily King, if she's going to beat a Pilato or beat an Ali Atkinson from London in energy, that she needs to be not at her best, but she definitely needs to win. Because I think in the 100 anyway, she's the only swimmer in this group that can beat Alia Atkinson or Pilato, and will be the huge favorite, obviously, next weekend. Always with a little smile on her face before she gets on the blocks.
103 flat, her best time ever.
Yeah, and Bernie, that's 8 100ths off the American record. We keep talking about these records, and they do keep falling. Katie Miley has that, 102.92. That was from 4 years ago. Iron will be good in this as well. Olko Laakkonen, they'll be in the skins a little bit later on.
Her teammate Hannes took her down in the 50 breaststroke, but this is a whole other ball game, folks.
Yep, completely different race. 29.7 on the way out. She's actually right on her best time of the season. She was 29.6 on the way out when she went 3 flat. In control of this one.
Condors good.
Yep, they are good in this, and King is now trying to make a statement here, I think.
Well, we saw Allie Atkinson go 102.66. How quick will King be here? 103.29. 1-2 finish for the Cali Condors as Hannes touches the wall second.
That's the main thing. Again, you know, when she's been her best, she comes back on the back half. And that's why I really think that next week, you know, she'll have enough front-end speed. She needs that back-end speed, and she just doesn't quite have it. Again, those turns, maybe a little long on one of the turns. She doesn't have great pullouts, but, you know, when she's swimming, that body just drives forward with the chin and chest. Quick little dolphin kick to body line, and that body position, though, is never compromised when she swims breaststroke, Bernie. She keeps that body leaning and moving forward all the way into the full, and that's a great finish right there. You can't ask for a better finish. She'll be better.
She's still got the breaststroke skins to come for Lily King. Still unbeaten in her ISL career, 9 for 9 down to Mark, who's with the king of breaststroke.
I am with the queen of breaststroke. Lily, you look fresher today.
A little bit better. I was definitely a little tired yesterday, but, you know, it's all good. We're mid-taper, and the focus is the final next week. So, yeah, definitely feeling a little better today.
You're out a lot quicker then, 29.7 today. Nearly as fast as your 50 yesterday.
Well, that's good, because my 50 was not fast yesterday, so good sign.
We've got a chance to put that right, the skins at the end.
Yeah, definitely excited for skins, and, you know, I don't know how I'm going to swim it yet, so we'll see.
I think you're swimming them very well.
Thank you.
Well done.
All right, King 9 for 9. And not to look ahead to next weekend, but the final is approaching. Energy Standard, London Roar are in. Again, the medley relay is going to be a huge factor in how the match plays out. And maybe one of the biggest factors that we've seen now, Rowdy, is that Nick Fink, who was injured with an injured wrist early on in the season, only has been 7th in the 100 breaststroke, looked a whole lot better yesterday in the relay for the Condors, and he's going to go in lane number 4.
Yeah, he sure did, and boy, that certainly gives Cali life in that medley relay, because they had none until Nick Fink pulled off a 56.7, and you know, they couldn't get it done with a 58 plus, and boy, he really has made those gradual improvements since he's come back, and I think he's getting in fine form. Look at his best time, 56.7. That's what he went on the relay. Now, of course, that's a flying start, but still, that's very promising for a guy that I think really has a great chance to actually make the Olympic team next summer for the United States. And this field, Bernie, it's kind of wacky because there's not one swimmer in this field ranked in the top 10, but a lot of them are leaving after this. So, you know, there's no more Sachi, there's no more Kosecki, no more McKee after today. So they really have a chance to kind of get in there and score some points now against that strong London and Energy team.
Well, there's Sachi. He looks very good, just off the world record in the 50 breaststroke. Speaking of world records, Adam Peaty, 2 days ago, set the world record in this event for London, 55.49.
Sachi went 55.74, so he was certainly close to that world record. Again, 55.49. 54, no.
Sachi, 56.51. One more win for probably my pick for Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and his finish was horrendous. You watch his finish, and it was just terrible. And he still goes 56.5 and wins it by a half a second. A great swim from Lacombe from LA. And if you're talking about Nick Fink, 57.3 for Nick Fink. So he followed that 56.7 with a solid performance here. He got 4th for Cali. LA goes 2-3 with Silva. But you're right, Bernie, he's my rookie of the year too. And again, just a beautiful body line. It's such a huge priority in breaststroke, but watch this finish as he comes to the wall. Not sure what he could have done right there, finishing. Oh, I don't know what he did doing that quarter stroke, but it didn't matter.
Third win for Sachi. He is the iron leader in points with 38 points. Team Iron, they find themselves comfortably in second place with 275.5 points. Time now for double points. Mixed freestyle relay. From Yo-Yo, gonna swim the anchor leg for Team Iron.
This will be her final swim of the season, too.
What should we watch out for here on this relay?
Tight, Cali and LA. Again, Cali comes in about a second ahead of LA's best time. But I didn't even count Dressel's 44.9. That was with a 45.4. And Russ is 45.3 on the medley relay last night. So probably right now you're looking at about a 1.5 second advantage. Erica Brown comes in pretty fresh on this.
How does Dressel do it? We've seen a world record, 2 American records, and Rowdy, we're just over an hour into this, and he's back again.
Well, you know, first of all, he has an incredible vertical jump. His vertical jump is, what, I think 42 inches? That's almost 3.5 feet. It is 3.5 feet. His swimming is about angles, too, and his angle of entry is perfect. He's not leading off. He's going second. But watch him come off the blocks on a start, on a relay start. He's just so explosive in every sense of the word.
Maxine Rooney for LA. We all remember what he did earlier in the first match when LA got to pick the skins, and so far that has been the key. LA continues to pick the skins, and that's one of the reasons why Ryan Murphy continues to win the skins.
I would say Maxine Rooney is certainly the rookie of the year for LA. I mean, he has just been so good. On the men's side anyway, he has been so good in so many different areas. 45.86. How about that?
Zach Apple-like.
It really was. I mean, that's his best time in history, and what a leadoff for him. And here comes Dressel. And there goes Tom Shields. I mean, you know, these two, 21.8 on the feet for Tom Shields. That's pretty good. 21.5 for Dressel. And yeah, he's going to go by Tom Shields, but still, you know, Shields is another one of those where, sort of like Natalie Hines for Cali, you can bank on a 52.1, 52.2 for her. Same thing with Shields. He can go 46.2, 46.3 day in and day out.
All right, Dressel has the Condors on top halfway home.
45 flat for Dressel. 45 flat, 46.2. Again, 46.2 for Tom Shields.
All right, Olivia Smoliga trying to carry the lead.
She led off the women's 400 freestyle relay for Cali yesterday at 51.8, her lifetime best in the 100 freestyle. Nurez has been solid all season long. She's another one. 51.6 she's been this year, so not too far off of what Smoliga has been. We got Weitzel on the end for LA and Erica Brown for Cali. And it's now about a second, which I had it on paper, and about a 1.5 seconds at the end.
Let's see what you got. Oh, less than a second. So does that bode well for LA here?
It's certainly a tall order for Weitzel. She's definitely capable. She's been 51 flat, but she went 51.9 yesterday, and so did Erica Brown. So you kind of have to base things on what they did yesterday, because that's the closest thing I can relate it to, but maybe throw that out the window, but here she comes.
Weitzel trying to take down the former Tennessee star, Erica Brown, down to the stretch. Here they come. Weitzel giving it a go. Brown digging in, trying to hold on, and she'll do it for Cali. They continue to reel off the wins after the world record performance. Another win for the Cali Condors. 17 wins now, 18 in the semifinal. Two individual events remaining, and then the skins. But first, 400 IM, the Iron Lady back again. 4 wins on the season. Gonna go up against Haley Flickener. We saw her win the 200 butterfly earlier. Besson and Sargent going for LA Kernan. Up there in lane number 7, Tess Sapucha. She is on the left side of the screen. She's won this event 2 times, Rowdy. She's actually got the fastest time in the field, and again, a big difference right now for the Cali Condors, having to go without Melanie Margalis the rest of the way.
Sapucha, second fastest Canadian of all time. Flicking her there, Hosu. Certainly, this will be the last time that we see Katinka Hosu swim this season. But I need to pay her off, because Bernie, I think in many ways, like Michael Phelps, like Katie Ledecky, like Caleb Dressel's doing right now, I think Katinka Hosu has changed the sport so dramatically. Certainly her country she's a household word name. Everywhere you go here in Budapest, everybody knows Katinka Hosu. Just think about this, Bernie, for a second. 9 events, she has top 4 times. 9 events, she has either first through fourth in 9 different events. She has world records in 3 of those events. She has the 10 fastest times in history in the 100, 8 of the 10 fastest in the 200 mile, and 8 of the 10 fastest in the 400 mile.
And folks, I think that Katinka Hosu is not done. Certainly getting back to training, plenty of time to get things put back together, but it's hard to be the Iron Lady in the midst of a pandemic.
It is, and we said this at the very beginning, I think, first or second night, you and I were talking about the fact that she has done so much to assist the ISL in bringing in Budapest, in creating this team. I mean, the team is named after her, for crying out loud. It's Team Iron. I mean, she's had to do so much out of the pool, and I just think during this pandemic she hasn't done much in it. But if and when she gets in shape, and I say that it really is when, it's sort of like Katie Ledecky. You count her out, you're flirting with major danger. But hats off to Katinka Hosu.
Well, at the beginning of the year, one would have never expected that the best swimmers in the world would gather for the biggest meet in the world right here in Budapest. But here we are, and we could have done it without Katinka Hosu, and obviously what the Hungarian government has done.
Well said. Well, Flickener's out in 2:08. What is she doing right now? She's 4 seconds ahead of her pace when she went 4:28. I mean, I know what Melanie Margalis is able to do the last 200, and I don't think she's going to flirt with the American record here, but boy, she is having a swim of her life here in the 400 IM. We saw what she did in the 200 fly earlier. She comes back to earth in the breaststroke, certainly her weakest event. She was 117.5 on the breaststroke, but she's got a great freestyle. We already saw her win the 400 freestyle earlier.
But Tessa Plucha trying to get into the picture out there on the right side in lane number 7. She does the breaststroke well for Toronto.
She does, and she does the freestyle well. Tessa Plucha, when she went 4:27.8, like I said, second only to Sydney Pickram's Canadian record. She was 3:27 flat at the 300, and she's 3:27.2, and boy, she closed that gap in a hurry in the breaststroke.
Yeah, and speaking of Pickram, she is likely going to be the favorite to win in the ISL final a week from now for London.
Flickener was 118 flat. Tessa Plucha was 115 plus on that. But again, this is where Flickener is so good on the freestyle. She's really, I mean, when she went that 4:28, she came back in 59 plus. Now, Saplucha's been back in double O as well this season, so she's got a really good freestyle, but it'll be hard chasing Flickener down.
Well, she's got a full second to make up. 25 meters remaining. Flickener, who has already won today in the 200 butterfly. Yesterday, she won the 400 freestyle, and today she wins her third event in the semifinals as she wins the 400 IM. Saplucha second, Gasson third.
And her best time by almost 2 seconds at the end of a long weekend. That's what she's thinking. Boy, it's a long weekend. I got to do it all over again next Saturday. That's beautiful. And you know, the front end is so good. And here's the weakness that she had. As I mentioned, 119, but still, she's able to overcome that. And the 400 IM is in so many ways, such a test of wills. And to be able to overcome, quite frankly, a glaring weakness, she did it in style. As she came home in 59.6.
Not a bad weekend for Haley Flickener, her third win of the weekend. She's got the third most points, folks, behind only Dressel and Smoliga. That's how big Haley Flickener is for the Cali Condors. She scored 38.5 points. And Team Iron has had a really good second day. And they've got a chance to pick up their 8th win. David Rostos, second-rated ISL swimmer in the 400 IM, 32-year-old Hungarian. European champion in this event 6 times, Roddy. 3 times long course, 3 times short course meters.
Big favorite here. His last swim as well. We're back to Katinka Hosu and wondering, she finished 5th. 4:36.4.
Still gonna wonder, Roddy, as we head towards the finals, if this is an event that we'll see Andrew Seliskar swim for LA. Seliskar won the event actually 3 times a year ago, this 400 IM.
Yeah, just looking at 3 straight times. 3 in a row, and his last one was his best one. We went 4:02. We have
Leonardo Santos, the early leader. Haley Flicketer winning the 400 IM. She's down in full deck with Mark.
Haley, another swim, another victory.
Yes.
You're liking that 400 IM.
Maybe not like, but I'll do it for the doors any day.
It was a PB by 2 seconds.
Yes. Yeah, it felt good. Nothing special, but I just wanted to do it for the team. I was able to watch Caleb do his world record and then watch Allison come back and win, so I was really just pumped to be able to get up and swim again.
So you got inspired by Caleb's IM world record.
Yes.
Just thinking, I've got to go 4 times as far though.
yeah, just trying to hold it, I guess.
So what's the least favorite part of that race for you? Rest?
Yes, I know that people are going to be coming and catching me, so I know that at the front half I have to at least have a little bit of a lead in order to be able to catch up on the freestyle, so hopefully we can get that breaststroke a little better.
But knowing that freestyle is so strong, you must just go, well, okay, I've got this now.
Yes, that's usually where I try to make my move, and I love being able to catch someone if I can.
You did again, well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Leonardo Santos down in lane number 1. And iron 1-2.
Well, Barrasso's weakest stroke is backstroke, without question. He is very good on the breast and free. His best strokes are ahead of him. And if you're looking for Heidman, he would be the only other guy I thought in this field that would have a chance. It's been 4:05. Heidman is now running 5th. And he's 5 seconds behind Santos and 3 behind Barrasso. And he's not even in the picture. Barrasso will start to come down a lot. And Zoranic is having a pretty good one here as well. He's not even ranked in the top 10, not even rated in this event.
Says maybe you should put me in. For the top 10 ratings, Zoranic certainly has a good chance of trying to catch Santos here on this breaststroke lake. He may even have the lead here with 25 meters of breaststroke remaining, just behind Leonardo Santos of Team Iron.
Well, this is a great sign for Cali because, again, sort of like the breaststrokes on the men's side, there are a lot that are leaving. Barrasso's gone, Almeida's gone, they're 2nd and 3rd. Honda's gone, Hagino's gone, he was ranked 1st. Devine is gone, Smith is gone, Cope is gone, so there's only like 2 or 3 remaining going into the final that were ranked here and rated. So if Zoranic's on, he's a guy that could finish top 3, no doubt about it. And he is having a swim of the season right now.
The only one in the field that has ever won this event is Rosto, and I don't see him winning it here. It's going to be a first-time winner. Will it be Santos or Zoranic?
Zoranic's best time is 4:02 from last year. So he's been there, but boy, Santos is coming back. Look at Santos.
Leonardo Santos, a wire-to-wire win for Iron. They go 1st and 3rd.
And he goes his best time by 3 seconds.
Yeah, what a second day for Team Iron. Barrasto fired up. All right, it is time for the skins here in Budapest. Breaststroke skins after the Cali Condors. They are still unbeaten, Rowdy, in the medley relay dating back to last year. Bodes well for King. She's won this event 3 times. The other time they picked backstroke, the win went to Schmoliga. And it's hard to imagine King and Hannah's not favored to go on to the finals, but this is a little bit more difficult because you have Hucko down in lane number 2. Laukkanen, both great breaststrokers for iron. Gorbenko made it all the way to the final. She's going to be in lane number 5. We'll see if she does that breaststroke flip turn. And dark horse on the right side of the screen, Beryl Gastadello swimming breaststroke riding.
How about that? As they said at the front, Coach Marsh texted me, said, I may just throw her in there. What do we got to lose here? You know, and they're not real strong on the breaststroke. They didn't have anybody break 30. Sebastian went 30.3. There were 4 swimmers, as you mentioned, that broke 30 here. So she's got to break 30 to have a chance. It sure looks like that anyway, or at least go 30.1 maybe. My guess is 30.1 makes it back. Hannes and King are sure bets, as well as Hulko. And then after that, it's a toss-up. Laukkanen was 29.9 yesterday for 4th. Hulko and Laukkanen right there. Those 4 at the bottom part of your screen really are the favorites to make it back.
I think you have 2 of the most confident female swimmers in the world in this battle.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's certainly something that neither one of them lacks. King and, of course, Gastadello.
All right, 4 move on from the first round. King turning first. Hannes in the mix. Hulko in the mix. Well, Hannes is really going to have to surge to try to get in. King for sure. Yep. Hulko for sure. But quite a battle to move on. King, Hannes, Hucko, Laukkanen, LA, they're out.
That's just what we thought. 29.8 made it back. A lot quicker than I thought. Hansakau was so close. She was close earlier. She was 30.4. Give her a lot of credit for Toronto. She went 29.9. That is her best time, the first time she's ever broken 30. And so I'm talking about a 5th place finisher, you betcha. What a swim for her to get under 30, but not quite there. Laukkanen beat her by 5/100ths of a second. King, certainly the class. Hulko right there with her.
And I think Beryl Gastadello is going to stick to fly free and back. She got 3 of the 4.
And the breast on the IM. She'll take the breast on the IM. She wasn't bad. Yes, she was, I guess.
31. All right, so 2 from Cali, 2 from Team Iron here in round 2. King's already out, she's ready. She's still got a whole other minute to wait. Second round is the key for sure.
Yeah, and you know, unfortunately, Hulko and Laukkanen have not been in this position here. Right there, Hannes and King have. First time they've ever been in this situation, so you know I can bet you they went all out that first round. And I can bet you that Hannes and King did not. So, again, my money is still on Hannes and King to go round 2.
Two from Iron, 2 from Cali. Laukkanen, Hulko, Hannes, and King. King is all the way out there at the top in lane number 6. And she's pulling Hannes with her. Those 2 looking good the first 25.
Well, Hulko's staying with them. Yeah, there they go.
Cali, this is a huge event if they're doing this a week from now in the finals, because they've got 2 moving on. Yeah, but remember, a week from now, if this is the scenario, Energy Standard does have Pilato, folks.
Yep. They've got Pilato. London has Atkinson. Can you imagine that foursome?
Yeah.
If they pick breast, this is the foursome you'll see. I mean, what a race. And again, it's just too much. They just expended way, I mean, they had to. They didn't have a choice. Ulko and Lackinen had to do what they had to do to get in that top four, and they did their job. They did exactly what they needed to do, but they just ran out of gas.
Yeah, I think the story, Roddy, next week when it comes to the finals, when you have the top 4 ISL teams, man, the skins are going to be fun no matter what stroke is picked.
I've been pretty good on my picks all season long, but boy, I'm sure I'm going to ruin everything next weekend.
Hard to not put your money on Lily King, though.
Yep. I'll do it. They got her. Let's go, team. I like what Hannes is doing. Stay in that water. Trying to get that lactic acid out as much as possible. There's Kelly Fertel. Trying to get that team psyched up. Gator. And now Condor.
It's an all Cali Condor final in the skins, folks.
Having fun with this one. Why not? It gets serious next week. You can have a little fun tonight.
You might still have fun, Roddy, if it's an all Cali final next week.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what, you know, all 21 points that are on the line here in the skins are going to be hauled in by the Condors. But can King win this event? The breaststroke skins for the 4th time this season.
Boy, she gets into that streamline so well before she hits the water. And just that movement of that chin and chest driving forward each and every time.
And by the way, how about her and Hannes? Hannes did win the 50 breaststroke, but King, no one has been better in the skin. She does it again for Cali. But they'll do it together, and they're approaching 600 points now. 590 hauled in by the Cali Condors here in the semifinal.
And that 29.15 is not far off her best of the season. Her best is 28.86. And think about that. That's her lifetime best of 28.86. That was fresh. That's not after 3 straight 50s in a row, 3 minutes apart. She goes 29.15, making it look easy. Wow, you're right. I am not betting against her next week if we get to the skins here for Cali.
King, a boatload of points hauled in for the Condors. She scores 35 points, wins the skins, and our Condors are on top. All right, the MVP of the semifinal, Caleb Dressel. What a performance today, a world record in the 100 IM. King is going to finish likely second, but Ryan Murphy could certainly move into the top 3 as well. It all depends on how it goes down here in the backstroke skins.
I love those headphones. I want a pair.
Their backstroke skins. Ryan Murphy has been the skins master.
Yeah, look at the rating. Look at the rating.
Yeah, look at that.
Jeez. Certainly should give some indication.
But I don't think this one is easy, Riley,
No.
because you got Shane Ryan in 7. He certainly is probably excited about this pick.
Yeah, you're right, Bernie. You've got 5 that were 23.15 or better. Glenta was 5th at 23.15. Talking about the 50 back yesterday. It's what we have to base it on. Murph was first, obviously, 22.76. 3 broke 23. Stewart and Bassetto were right behind Murphy, and then Ryan was 23 flat. So, again, my guess is it's going to take 23 flat to get in, and you would think that's going to be easy for Murphy, but I know David Marsh called him a skins animal, and the fact that he's very patient, does just enough to keep moving on. We've seen it in Sjöström, we've seen it in King.
Well, Toronto has had such a great inaugural season, but they've yet to get a win. Here in the semifinal, will Shane Ryan deliver them their biggest win of the match? He's going to be up in lane number 7, but the goal obviously is to survive this first round.
That's right. Survive and move on. Another great start for Ryan Murphy, .50. Just book his start at .50 better.
This is tight, folks. Only 4 going to move on. Ryan Murphy with a great turn. Shane Ryan looking pretty good as well to move on. But oh my goodness, it is so tight. Shane Ryan getting the win in the first round. Ryan Murphy moving on as well. Joined with Coleman Stewart and Robert Glenta.
And you're right, Bernie. How close was that? Bassetto was 5th, 23.09. Murphy, 22.93. He was only 16/100ths of a second ahead of Bassetto, who is out. And Glenta got in there, 23.03. Look at this. You see Ryan 3 from the right-hand side of your screen, and Shane Ryan right next to him, doing the job. 3 guys broke 23. I said 23 flat to make it. It was 23.03. So you got to believe that Ryan Murphy knows exactly what he's doing, because like the breaststroke, I think those guys had to go all out to get to the second phase, and I don't think Ryan Murphy has done that yet.
1 from each team moving on.
Yeah.
Glenta Stewart, Ryan Murphy, and Shane Ryan.
And only, I mean, this was really tight. 12/100ths of a second separated those top 4.
Your show, baby, it's your show.
This is what LA is hoping will happen a week from now. They'll win the relay and get to give Ryan Murphy a go in the backstroke skins.
And really, if you look at the top 3, only 7/100ths of a second separated those top 3 swimmers. Now, based on that first one, this one's going to be really tight. I still think Murphy's got another 22.9 in him. He just is so brilliant on the start. All of those guys were under .60. Murphy .51.
Yeah, but maybe a slight edge again to Shane Ryan. Great underwater. Murphy, the moment, but now Coleman Stewart trying to cut him out. It is going to be Ryan Murphy and Coleman Stewart. Shane Ryan is out.
One-100th of a second over Glenta. You can't get much closer than that. In fact, Bernie, 5/100ths of a second separated two. No doubt about Murphy, 23-7. No doubt about that. Never was in doubt, really. I mean, Stewart made it interesting right here by making a little bit of a charge, but 24:03 for Stewart. Glenta to his right, left-hand side of the screen, 24:04. And then 24:08 for Ryan, Shane Ryan. That was very, very close. I think that's the closest foursome we've had in all the skins this year.
How much fun are the skins?
I just love them. I love that clock on the lower hand, right-hand side. You know, you get my palms get all sweaty. You know? I mean, you get all nervous for these guys, you know? I just think of all the pain they must be in. Ugh.
Just like you wrote it up here.
What'd he say?
It's the man. Gonna get you back rowdy and get you in the skins as well.
Oh my gosh. The 80-year-old, the 85-year-old dude. Look at Coleman Stewart. he's saying, what did I just do? I have to do that again? Yeah, Murphy's kind of staring at him. Yeah, this is, get used to it, buddy.
Yeah, Murphy looks ready.
Oh my goodness. Coleman Stewart, he's gone.
And if you're not quick enough, you can have your points jackpotted in this final round. Ryan Murphy says, I'll take 21 points available. Ryan Murphy is likely going to finish second in the MVP battle to Caleb Dressel. Will he win the skins for the fourth time?
I mean, you can see already.
Look at the difference in the start.
0.56 to 0.67. I think Coleman said, you know what, I did a great job in getting here, but take it. You can have it. And I don't blame him. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Ryan Murphy, skins winner. And he says, no points for you, Coleman Stewart. I'll take those as well. Thank you very much for playing.
And the body language said it all for Coleman Stewart going into that. And he did an amazing job in getting there. I mean, just sensational. Nobody picked Coleman Stewart. If you had picked Coleman Stewart to get in the top two in the skins with Ryan Murphy, no way you would have done that. And there he goes. But he's the king for a reason, just like Lily. He's the master.
Second overall in the MVP, 59.5 points. But Jason Lezak and the Cali Condors, their only team that's unbeaten in ISL 2020, marks with them.
Jason, you must be really proud of your team. Undefeated, looking good for the final.
Yeah, it's amazing night. We didn't come into this match thinking about anything except making the finals. These performances we put on today were incredible. We were just hoping to get by and to do it how we did it, and everybody really stepped up as a team, took the top to bottom.
You did a good job. Well done. Congratulations. Look forward to seeing you in the final at the weekend.
Well, you know, we already faced Energy Standard at the beginning. We faced London twice. We faced LA now 3 times. So, you know, we know what to expect. We know their strategies, and we're just going to kind of map it out and see, but we're feeling pretty confident.
You've got everything well done. Got everything right.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
All right, the Condors will be unbeaten, headed to the ISL final. A year ago was Energy Standard. Will the Condors soar to their first win? They win the second semifinal. It'll be a rematch of last year's Vegas final. Cali, LA, Energy Standard, and the London Roar. Who will do it? We'll find out next week. For Mark Foster, Rowdy Gaines, and our entire ISO crew, burning up this thing so long for now. Back here next Saturday and Sunday, where we'll crown a champion here in Budapest.